Okay, this is a lesson for the hard Brexiteers.
Yep. But by the way, Brian, what is a hard Brexiteer?
Russell.
Russell, what is a hard Brexiteer?
Someone who wants to leave without any agreement whatsoever.
Okay. All right, go on.
Is it not?
Well, actually...
it's someone who wishes to go out and trade under WTO agreements.
I don't think anybody had that as their first choice, but I think Monsieur Barnier and Brussels are making it
Hang on a minute.
impossible.
I'm not interested. No, the hard Brexiteers are saying, go away, we don't want to know about you, let's just leave the EU and that's it, finish.
Okay.
That's the hard Brexiteer. True or false?
Let me say this, Russell. Nobody started with that position. Everybody said it made common sense to continue with tariff-free business. But given, despite the trade imbalance, that Barnier and Co have made it impossible, that is the view that many are now coming to, yes.
Nigel, please answer my question. People are saying, let's get out, let's leave the EU, we don't need them, let's just go straight to WT. That is the hard Brexit argument. True or false? Answer yes or no.
The Brexit argument is we wish to leave the European Union and be an independent country, and anything else is secondary to that. But let's just, but for the sake of your argument, all right, there are many of us, and we just heard from Lord Digby Jones, and I quoted Ambrose Evans Pritchard in the Telegraph. There's a growing body of opinion, Russell, that we should stop wasting our time and just do it. So take that as a starting point and tell us what's wrong with that.
Could I say something, please?
Go on.
You just were talking over me. Everybody knows.
You keep asking me a question.
No, well, yes, and I asked for a yes and no answer, and you wouldn't give it. You went off on some tangent. Now, just let's get down to the basics. If we leave the EU without any agreement, we go to World Trade Organization international laws. True or false?
Well, I didn't know it was a quiz, but let's have a pop at true. Yeah,
it's true. That means that we then have to go under international law to hard borders, because tariffs will come into play and we will have hard borders. Also, you do not wish to have any emigration or immigration, whichever way you want to look at it, into our country from the EU. True or false?
False.
No, you don't. Excuse me, if you're under WTO rules, you will have no immigration from the EU.
No, Russell, I'm sorry. You are now heading off into Fantasyland. The point about...
No, I'm not.
The point about being...
That's the reality.
No. Russell, please listen to me. The point about being an independent, sovereign, self-governing nation-state is you can decide who you do and do not want to let into your country.
Yes, and you will have to have hard border. You will have to have a border which is policed. Totally and utterly policed. You can't do it any other way than to have a border which is policed.
Well, I mean, I wish we policed the border better than we do at the moment.
Exactly. You see, you're actually confirming what I'm saying.
No,
a hard border and stopping any goods coming in except on world tariff or World Organization tariffs.
Had it occurred to you that when you see those incredible container ships going up the channel, I think some of them now take 20,000 containers. Hardly any of them come from the European Union. They're coming from China and all over the world. And do you know what? We manage to deal with it.
We are trading already with the world, Nigel.
Right.
We are trading with the world. We trade with 56 countries under EU trade agreements that were made by the EU.
Russell,
Excuse me, I know very well I can buy any product I like, more or less, from the US, and I can go buy it from China. I just have to go on the internet, and I can buy whatever I like, still today, and it comes via the post to me. No problems whatsoever. Now, once we go to World Trade Organization rules, we then have to apply tariffs.
Uh-huh.
And those tariffs will have to be policed, which means we will have to have a hard border. And going to Northern Ireland, what you're saying, we can just continue as we are.
Well, let's deal with tariffs, Russell, shall we?
Listen to me for a moment.
No, we're not going to Northern Ireland, Russell. You and I are talking about trade, and we haven't got time to do Northern Ireland as well. But let me just say this to you, that we don't actually have tariff-free trade with the EU, do we? Because we've been paying £10 billion a year for it.
You just don't listen to anyone else.
I do.
You're not listening to me. You're just repeating the same old things, and you're not listening to me. You're refusing. You just talk over me all the time.
All right, now, well, Russell, let's be fair. You've had a pretty good run.
I was talking about Ireland.
I know, and we haven't got time. We haven't got time, Russell. You've had a long go at it.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.